Good evening to all you wonderful viewers, and welcome back to the Sims Queenie's little YouTube channel and Living in the Bookstore, part 1 out of 3. We are building a small house with a bookstore at the bottom and a small apartment on top. I think this will take 3 episodes before I'm done because I'm such a slow builder. So down here is the part where the bookstore will be, and on top will be, like I said, a small apartment. And like you can see, my way of playing this game is slow. And I do wonder why that still is. Since I have been playing this game now for 5 years, but I still can't seem to pick the stuff that I want. And since I have almost every pack there is so much to choose from, and I am indecisive. Simple as that. Indecisible Susan. Yeah, maybe. Well, now I'm changing the color to white. And let's see if there's a white-ish door. Yeah, that's good enough. And on top, where this roof is still hanging over, I will put first some columns, and then I will make this turn this into a small balcony. And I will put so many plants outside that the Sim won't even be able to walk outside. Even if the Sim if it was possible to walk outside, the Sim could just walk out and then walk back inside again. So I just imagine that the Sim who owns the bookstore and live here just opens the balcony door when it's too warm inside. So now you'll see I'm putting... No, it's too big. It's still too big. Yeah, you'll see. You'll see. Because it's just like that. Super tiny balcony. And this is not completely correct either. Because there's 5 tiles on one side and only 3 on the other. Well, anyways, while I am trying to figure this out, I will tell you a bit about the Sim that lives here. I am not sure if the Sim will be a young male or female, but the Sim is into a lot of stuff. Pottery, planting, cooking, painting, tons of different things. So it will be a maximalistic household with lots of color and things and clutter everywhere. So it was kind of impossible to put the roof on this build. So I decided to keep the roof like this with some short walls at top, like this. The other buildings in the city also have roofs like this, like sunroofs. That will be a super tiny studio when I'm done. And I'm going to use this cute little door from Nifty Knitting. It got flowers on the front, like a small flower box. That's super cute. Well, and I will make this roof terrace super adorable. Yeah, one more thing about this Sim. This Sim is into rugs. Yep. He or she collects them. On their vacations or their trips, they buy rugs. That must be very heavy to bring home. Well, anyways, that's what this person likes. Rugs. And now we are going to make this fenced in piece a bit bigger, because that also belongs to the person who lives here. It's not for the bookstore. And this beautiful staircase is from this pack, Lovestruck pack. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, I will relieve you guys from my chattering now and put some music on, and I will be back at the end of this video. I hope you'll stay. See you in a bit.
I really, really want you to step
And here I am back again when we are placing down this beautiful little couch, because this tiny little nook will be the living room. Oh, I wanted that picture frame TV, but it's way too big. So I will use this instead from Tiny Living. Yes, but that's a beautiful little thing. It's a TV, a radio, and a bookshelf all curled up into one. And this little table is from, I guess it's not university, high school years, yes. And this new rug is from the latest pack that we got with fairies. Look, it's a dragon. It's so awesome, so cool. I absolutely adore that rug. In private, I don't like rugs at all, since I had tons of kids and pets, and rugs is like not my thing. But anyways, this is the end of this episode, the first one, and I will see to it that we will have the next episode pretty soon, at least next week. Have a very, very nice end to the weekend and a lucky new start on next.